Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Light and Soma here on Blockchain. A weird map. I've cast a few games on this map, and the top right, it's going to be Light. The bottom left, it's going to be Soma. Woof! So two excellent elite players today in 2023. RJB posted a thing in my Discord showing who the top players in the world are right now, and Light's up there, Soma's up there, and it's a changing of the guard. All right, so Terry, moving up, checking for proxies. Yeah, I know, there are no trees on this map, no pools of water either, but there are eggs that you can see, little baby stuff in there, but they're not going to hatch. That's kind of weird, right? Eggs that don't hatch? How did they do that? Anyhow, we got Steve the SCV dutifully working on a supply depot on the low ground here. Steve the SCV merch at falconpaladin.store, as well as Terry the Overlord merch. Ah, what a good place. What a good place for StarCraft branded merchandise, as well as Falcon Paladin branded merchandise. Anyway, hope you guys are doing great here today. I'm having a good time. It was 85 degrees today as the day of casting this, which is May the 1st. I guess it's kind of the start of summer, May the 1st. But man, I swear, like 2 weeks ago I was shoveling a foot of snow off my driveway, and now it's 85 degrees outside. Had to turn the air conditioner on. Utah is kind of weird sometimes. Anyway, hatch first in it here is Soma. Nothing too crazy. And command center first is Light. Love that from him. Can it be punished by the Zerg player? Not with the hatch first. Absolutely not. So getting away with it here is Light. Excellent stuff. This will not be scouted either unless you want to send out a drone. Go for that scouting, Soma. That'd be cool. In other news, been watching the NBA playoffs. Man, I've really enjoyed the increased effort on defense we're seeing in the playoffs this year. I don't remember the defense being this hard-nosed and hard-fought last year's playoffs, but yo, like teams aren't getting to 100 points. Like Warriors teams, Suns teams, Nuggets teams, Kings teams aren't getting to 100 points. Like some of the top offenses in the entire regular season, just boof. Closeouts are hard. Post defense is tough. Switches are strong. It's just nuts. I just watched the Suns get beat by the Nuggets. Nuggets are up 2-0 there. I mean, it's just the Suns. They traded pretty much all their depth to get Kevin Durant, which if you're going to get Kevin Durant, do it. Man, it's tough. Look at them right now. I think their bench scored 4 points today in the loss. That's tough. And then on the other side of things, we had the Sixers taking down the Celtics without Joel Embiid. MVP of the league. Joel Embiid did not play. And the Sixers beat the Celtics in game one of their series, which is insane. Harden went for 45 points. So like a throwback performance from James Harden. I guess that was it. But man, two crazy series going on right now. Really fun stuff. I love it. I like to watch the games with my brothers who live in town, not too far away. We have a great time with that. Sometimes I just end up watching with by myself. Sometimes the kids are even remotely interested, which is nice. Anyway, enough ball sports. You guys are not here for ball sports. I apologize. You guys are here for esports. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a 2-base Muta opener, right? From Soma. No big deal. SCV wants to get that confirmed, but no, say the Lings. You're not getting up that ramp. And on the other side, that command center first is really paying off here from Light. He's up 24 to 16 workers, which is just, is beautiful. Is beautiful to see. Engineering bay, a little bit too early for that just to be for turrets. Going to be a +1 attack timing here. It looks like from Light would be my guess. He's getting a second Rax up. Second Rax is interesting, but we know how much Soma loves his Lings and his Mutas and what he can do with them. So it's going to be a good battle between an aggressive command center first opening Light here with that second Rax on the way, and a Ling Muta style play off of 2 bases here from Soma. He is going to go ahead and glitch through. That's what these minerals are for. If you take your drone, have him right click on these minerals, he will pass through these eggs, and nothing else can get through there other than workers until the eggs are dead. So third base timing, normal stuff. But again, the second base has been done for Light for some time. Oh, man. Oh, man. 2 more racks under construction here from Light. This is gonna be tough. This is going to be tough from Soma. Did I mention this is an RJB replay? I'm not sure that I did. Check him out. RJB, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. He's an awesome dude, man. He loves Brood War more than anybody else I know. He has access to so many amazing replays. He shares them with me. Check out his channel, man. Make it happen. Make it happen for him. Yeah, these Lings knocking down this assimilator, which closes this off to, like, a lot of things. So he just doesn't want anybody sneaking over there, like Marines, for example, because Marines are little chunky boys. All right, Muta's on the way, Carapace on the way, which indicates we're going to get more than the normal 5 to 6 Mutas. This is going to be something around Soma's 11, maybe 12, 13, 14, 16 Mutas. Who knows, man? Soma likes Mutas more than anybody, I think, that I cast. At least in ZVTs. Man, a couple of ZVPs I've cast recently have had a lot of Mutalisks. So many Mutas in a ZVP! Falcon's thoughts on this matter are sad, and you're probably aware of them. I like the fast Queen's Nest out of Soma. That's great stuff. Okay, so Muta Pressure going to allow the Zerg player to get into the Hive Tech with, you know, the Defilers, with the Adrenal, all the sorts of hot stuff here. Remember when I was like, it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks out of Soma? And then he has, like, 4? He's still working on that Carapace upgrade. I don't... Okay, this is confusing stuff to me. Why would you work on Carapace upgrade and make 4 Mutalisks? It's not like Light can't see that upgrade happening. Like, if you already had +1 Carapace and Light saw that, maybe he'd be like, oh, it's a lot of Mutalisks and be tricked. But no. Like, Light has no idea that that's being researched right now. I don't understand. I love the Fast Hive, though. I'm such a big sucker fan for the Fast Hive. Remember how it's a ton of aggression out of our guy Light and how this could be super problematic for somebody who's trying to rush tech? I don't think I said that in particular, but it's true. Look at that. 4 racks, +1 Marines, factory just now finishing. Just now, the first factory is finishing, and finally more Mutas in production from Soma here. But, like, okay, so he delayed the extra Mutalisks in order to get up to that Hive Tech, which I'm not going to disagree with. It's got a 3rd extractor here, which is just hot for Zerg players. They love seeing that 3rd gas for Zerg. It's delicious. More Mutas on the way. Hey, look what we scan. Oh, it's a 3rd base from the Zerg player. That's not really a surprise, but I mean, it's good to know. Sunken's coming up at the front. Queen's Nest in a position to get picked off, but I guess once the Queen's Nest has been used to build a hive, there's really not much use for the Queen's Nest, right? Like, how many times do we see Queens in a ZVP these days? If it's a meching player, sure. It's so rare we ever get Ensnare used against an SK Terran player like this. Ooh, Ultralisk Cavern in 8 minutes. Okay, so this is kind of crazy Ultralisk, kind of fast Ultra here. Not like the fastest I've ever seen, but Ultras are not going to be ready for this attack. So these 3 Sunkens are going to have to do some work. The Mutas are going to have to do some... This is looking actually pretty bad for our Zerg player. He's trying to rush up to Ultras, but I don't know that Light's going to give him the chance to do that. He's like, more Sunkens. More Sunkens for staying alive purposes. Also, a Defiler Mound would be cool. Just saying. The Mutas are using this high ground to try to whittle down this Marine count a little bit anyway. What's that scan for? Scanning? I don't know. I don't know what that scan was. I guess it was up here. Because, like, I love this. SCV, Marine. He's got vision over here, floating a barracks. Light has amazingly good vision as these Mutas are trying to wipe out this Marine attack by themselves. Chitinous plating is on the way. How many Ultras can we afford, Soma? 1. We can afford an Ultralisk, and he's not making it because 1 Ultralisk isn't going to do anything against 47 Marines with +1 attack and medic support. Nope, scan, sees how many Sunkens there are, sees more Sunkens are coming, says maybe we should engage now? I don't know, maybe not. 3 Ultras in production. Any sign of a 3rd base from our guy, Light? No, but he's got a couple drop ships, so he's considering dropping into the main base, bypassing these Sunkens that there's been so much investment into. I like it. I like the play. More mutas popping out. Soma just kind of got, you know, little disparate groups of mutalisks out and about here. Running around. They got that Carapace upgrade, which helps them against the Marines for sure. 4 Ultras on the way. Ultras in defensive positions kind of suck unless you can kind of bait the Marines into this position, get the Ultras from the backside and stick them there. Or if you're attacking a base with the Ultras, and you can't really run away in that position or you're going to lose the base, right? So let's see. Let's see if this is going to be Ultralisks used to their full potential, or if they're just going to die, or they're going to get kited by these Marines. Oh, here's this drop. Here, this is so killer from Light. Oh my gosh. All right, well, 60 to 37 workers. The Ultralisks are like, oh, it's a bunch of Marines in a position that we can't really squeeze through that easily, maybe one at a time. But also, they have to come through one at a time, which sucks for them too, so I don't know. Is this a good position to unload from Light? Not sure I'm a big, ginormous fan of it. Additional... Okay, just big-time drops. We're going to drop the entire army inside the main base, kind of the Zerg player. I guess the main base is this, and this is more like a pathway to access the main base. Suppose. Dropping into the third. Scourge can't pick off those drop ships. Here comes on Ultralisk. He's got to do some fighting now. Nice snipe on the Nidus, though. And this Ultralisk, these mutas showing up a little bit late. The Ultralisk goes down. The third base is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, man. Light went for some crazy aggressive 1-1 Marine medic stuff, and it looks like Soma's going to lose his third as a result. I think maybe a dropship just got picked off there in the top right on that mini-map, but the mutas are all dying. It's 136 to 71 supply. GG! Soma taps out of game 1 of our sneaky twofer between these two players, and Light gets that win. Yeah, this is just a build order loss from our guy Soma. If this had been, you know, we're getting a third base up. We're getting enough Marines to defend against the Mutalisk harass, but really we're just going to try to stay alive, get a third base, get a fourth base, right? And then, sure, the fast Ultralisk play here would have worked out from Soma. But as it stands, no. He tried to tech up too fast. His third base was late. Look at this economy. 62 to 25 workers. I know some of the drones have died here, so that's like even more misleading, but it's not that different. Look at this. Slice even got a third base down in the bottom right as all this is happening. So, yeah, tried to skip the lurker stuff, which is difficult when you're dealing with a 4 racks opener for our dude before the first factory comes in from Light. And Light's just, yeah. He went for the drop in the main, got scouted, kind of has to chill here. But then the drop into the third base was not scouted in time. You can't get the Ultras over here if the Nidus is down, and one Ultra can't do that much against all these Marines anyway, as we talked about earlier. So, fantastic. Good game there. Good start from Light. Good aggressive play. Just kind of caught Soma with his pants down. 40,000 to 45,000 total score in favor of the Terran. Out producing the Zerg, out killing the Zerg pretty effectively. And resources here. My gosh, did he outspend him? He did. He outspent the Zerg player by about 200 resources, 150 resources. You can't be doing that. You really can't be doing that. That was great. That was absolutely crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Like, well done. Well done there, Light, getting game 1 against Soma, and let's see how game 2 is going to go. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Game 2's here on Neo Sylphid, a map we've seen so many times. Top side it is Light, left side it is Soma. Hopefully Soma doesn't make another mistake like he did in game 1, but Light is a very, very terrifying Light player. Terran player. He is a Light player because he is Light. Let's see if I can find that post. If you want to join the Discord server, it's a good place for Brood War fans. And let's see here. ASL 15 participants. You know this. We got Royal, Rush, Ample, Bishop, JYJ, Light, Sharp, Barracks, Haya, Mindmong, and Sack as Terran representatives. Oh, Terran is so strong right now. Protoss, Best, Bisu, Mini, Snow, Ruin, Shuttle, Stork. Those are the best players in the world right now. And then on Zerg's side, Hero, Soul Key, Action, Soma, Zero, Hyun, Jaedong, Saksuri, and Shine. So while Bisu and Jaedong are around, they're not necessarily the best players in the world right now. And Flash is kind of gone due to Well, I mean, let's be straightforward about this. A crypto scam, he got kind of caught up in pumping, and then there was a dump, and everyone's really mad at him in Korea. I don't know how he's going to restore his reputation from that, but hopefully he does. Overpool opening here from Soma. But yeah, man. Who won the most recent ASL? Who won the ASL before that? Bisu, Jaedong, Flash? Nope. Up and Comers. That is who. Alright, so we've got a Barracks coming up. No Command Center first play today against this Overpool opening. Light, again, just kind of getting lucky, which your opening build order is something you kind of have to guess at. Alright, well, it's all well here. Steve the SCV says, oh, I scouted the right direction. Probably going to see that. Hatch timing, recognize it's not a hatch first. Recognize there are lings in production and say, okay, maybe getting a bunker up in this position is the right thing to do. Like right here maybe kind of protects your barracks, protects your mineral line too. What I would not recommend is maybe just expanding, because the drone's here to mess with you. Plus, again, there are lings on the way. Although I don't know if the lings are going to... Oh, you know what? The lings are going to chase this SCV. Yeah, I mean, dude, if lings show up and all you have are unupgraded Marines, you're going to have a bad time against them. SCV has to get out of there, is all sorts of in the red on the HP. 15 HP is not what you want to be at 2 minutes into a game, but sometimes when you're the scouting SCV, that is the reality with which you are presented. Bam. Fare thee well, Steve the SCV. We love you. You can support me at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin as well if you're so inclined for as little as $1 a month. Gives you access to a cast that I post out there 1 month before anyone else can see it, which is super fun. Alright, macro hatch here in the third, which we've talked about before, is a bit of a tell if you're looking for a 9 Mutalisk pop right when your Spire finishes, which is super fun. Somebody like Soma really, really likes that sort of thing too, so this is interesting. The SCV scouting that is awesome. The SCV seeing that there is no sign of a lair timing yet. I mean, that's just because there's not enough gas for it. But it's going to be lair timing. Like, there's no way this is metabolic boost. Unless you're worried about marine pressure. But no, goes for the lair on the natural base. Says, who needs a metabolic boost? I can handle this small number of marines with slowlings. It's not a big deal. Maybe at some point you want to throw up a sunken, but I mean, that's more if there's a vulture that's out than just a handful of marines, which again, aren't that scary. Not super fast, right? They don't have attack upgrades. They don't have the range. It's just meh. They're pretty meh indeed. Metabolic boost coming in after the lair starts, as is just tradition these days. That's all it is, man. All it be. Academy coming up from our dude Light. No real surprises there. I'm going to guess he is a player that has mech'd a lot in the past. So there is potential for him to mech here. I guess there's potential for like any Terran player to mech against Zerg in the current day. Just a thought. Ling's just trying to make sure there's no Marines in the general vicinity of the Zerg base. He doesn't have to actually turn this into a sunken. Yeah, look, it's 2 racks. It's an engineering bay. It's going to be a lot of Marines, as we can see this number increasing steadily. Bunker at the front. Some kind of a Ling flood might be pretty dangerous here, but at the same time, difficult to flood when there are this many Marines just kind of covering that choke, isn't it? Certainly is. So, second gas getting taken pretty early, right, as well. Spire coming in. Light gonna try to put some pressure up. Nice Ling little skip by there. Skip to Maloo. Dude, sniping. And then there's fire bats, though. Okay, well, killed most of the Lings, but 2 of them are in the house. Super annoyingly. Gonna try to kill this SCV who is building the 3rd barracks. Good scout, by the way. Recognizing that's happening. Lings don't want to fight against a Marine. They've already taken a ton of damage. This is only one. Oh, the 3 Sunkens popping. Okay, 1 Sunken was there. 2 Sunkens popping just in the gosh darn nick of time to shove away Lights, Marines, and Medics. Excellent stuff, yo. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Range upgrade. +1 attack here on the way from our guy Light. Overlord's hanging out. Just kind of hiding and maybe looking for future dropships that might exist in this game. Because, boy, did we see dropships in Game 1. Those were amazing. Super cool dropships. And yeah, got you with a sneaky twofer, didn't I? Did you think that game was going to go longer? I bet you did. Let me know in the comments if you were surprised. That's why I do them every once in a while. Actually, RJB recommended this one in particular as a sneaky twofer. So I appreciate that. So it's 4 mutas. Hang on. Hang on. 6 mutas. Okay, okay. 3 more. 3 more. There's the larva. There's the money. There's the supply. 7. 8, 9. Come on. Give us 8 and 9. Oh, now we can't tell because... No, yep, that's it. That's 9. At least. God, is there 10 in there? I guess could be going for 11 as well, but throwing in 3 Hydralisks to boot. Right, because definitely trying to secure a 3rd base during all of this Mutalisk harassment. Flyer Carapace on the way again. And the mutas are here. There's only 4 of them. The scan reveals there's only 4, but guess what? Aha, now there's 6. Aha, now there is 7. Now there is 8 and 9. Was it only 9? Yeah, when the production tab shows the number of mutas that exist and like ones are popping and ones are getting made, it's hard to keep track that way. Ooh, he's adding the 2 more. Okay, 3 more. Okay. Sweet. So we are going for a lot of mutas. Lurker aspect is on the way here too. Look at Light being like, I don't think you get a 3rd base. Good scan being like, is this a 3rd base? No, great. Feeling good about that. Dude, the muta count is kind of bananas. I really don't want to engage with these mutas until Carapace is done, but also he kind of needs these Marines to get out of this position so he can get a 3rd base, you know? And Carapace takes forever. It takes forever to get that upgrade. Aw, it's a dead Overlord to be distracted by the Overlord. Ah, that worked out, actually. The Overlord drew the fire. Oh my gosh, this drone's like, no, mutas, save me, nah! Oh, that sucks. He's got to send another drone over. Dude, Light is delaying this 3rd base like an absolute boss. Did he lose a bunch of Marines for it? Yeah. Was it worth it? I would say so. Keeping Soma from getting a 3rd base when Soma wants a 3rd base is something that only players like Light can ever aspire to. Another quick hive here out of Soma. I wonder if this time it's going to be a Defiler mound, but guess we'll see. Rax, Science Facility, double starport. Yep, it's going to be the old SK. Terran. Maybe some battle cruisers in the mix. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. No. Did he snipe that drone again? Oh my gosh, he totally did, didn't he? Absolutely sick. So he's hiding it up here. The drone comes over. He jumps on it. Bam, bam, bam. Kills it. A 3rd drone has to come over here to start the 3rd base at 10 minutes. This is looking bad for our guy, Soma. Remember when I read you that list of ASL participants in the most recent ASL and how there were 12 Terrans and not 12 of the other races? That is because Terran is doing very well in this current meta, in this current era of Brood War. I don't know what it is. Like, for the longest time, Terrans were complaining about how difficult it was to play Terran, and then a bunch of just really, really good elite Korean Terrans, you know, jumped on the scene, or they've been here for a while, or they changed their name, like Sorry did to Royal. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, so here's the problem with your plan. Are these stacked lurkers? Yep. Your problem with your plan here is, okay, you brought 2 science vessels with you. That's great. Detection is very important when dealing with these lurkers. And the irradiate is even more important when dealing with these lurkers. Okay. Dude, Soma's just getting his butt kicked here. I think this third base is... Oh, you can't wait for the irradiate? Seriously? What the heck, Light? I guess there was a third lurker there, though. Oh, interesting. And the Lings are able to clear this out. Okay. That was big. That was a big win for Soma. He needed something of a win. And wiping out the entire group down here, including medics, is super important. Oh, sniping an SCV there would be... Is he trying to naked expand to a third base over here? Look at how much Soma assumes the base is up there. No, it's down here, though, and you saw that, and he did. Okay, so Soma denying the third base of the Terran while getting his own third base is awesome. Dude, that irradiate, though. Pretty decent split, I guess, in the long run. He let that SCV get away. Oh, my gosh. That SCV is alive. Another great irradiate. A better split that time. And look at Light being like, fine, I'm not going to naked expand. I'm going to expand up here, support the crap out of it. Get my third base up. Okay, so Soma is behind again because the third base timing for Light is only delayed a tiny bit. Third base timing for Soma is delayed immensely. It is 58 to 46 total workers in favor of Light right now. And, yeah, Zerg players got that Defiler Mound. Sweet. Getting an Ultralisk Cavern here, too. Ultras are pretty darn good against this SK Terran thing. Like, we've seen a bunch of wins involving Ultralisks against Terrans who are just going so heavy on Marines. Oh my gosh, a 4th base before the Zerg player gets his 4th base. Ah, scanning, trying to see the... No, he says. There's no 4th base from Soma, he says. This is great for me. But mutas are messing with your SCV count here at the third base. Irradiate is ruining them, though. My gosh, these mutas have just been irradiated. They are injured. They are few in number. And Light is a 4-basing... Okay, almost a 4-basing Terran versus a 3-basing Zerg. Is this a case of maybe expanding too greedily, too quickly? Maybe Light could get punished by this. Maybe he's been, you know, delaying his science vessel production a little bit to go for those bases, but I don't know if that's the case. He's got 4 of them at 13 minutes. Seems okay. Burrow on the way. Plague on the way. Chitinous plating on the way. All things extremely important. And a 4th base coming up at the natural spawn location of the bottom right where the 3rd base already exists from Soma. Scanning, revealing the base exists. These Lings do not have Adrenal yet. I feel like they should have Adrenal by now because you've had a hive for a good minute here. You're getting Burrow, for heaven's sakes. Okay, Lurkers holding back. Irradiate. Plop down on the... Oh, is it under the Overlord? Oh, they are under the Overlord. Oh, that's cool. Dark Swarm is up too, making the buzzing sound because these are bugs. Ah, catching a couple Defilers far away from the front lines and irradiating them. Yeah, I mean, they're not even allowed to really get anything done at all, are they? No, but this 4th base coming up from Soma is so good. But look at this 4-basing Terran guy. 68 to 46 workers right now. I mean, this is... Plague up. This is looking great from Light. We're at 14 minutes. This game is far from over, but like... Yeah, Ling's jumping on your plagued Marines. These guys aren't plagued. Nice snipe on that science vessel. By the by, we've got a drop. Trying to sneak somewhere. This Overlord catches wind of it. Light decides maybe we don't drop. He's just scanning all over the place, isn't he? Yep, scanning down in, see what he's dealing with. There are Scourge chasing your drop, Light. Oh, and Ling's unloading in here too. And okay, 2 of the drop ships die. Dark Swarm is up. Ling's responding to this. Fire Bats are in the mix though. Not ideal. Oh my gosh, the Lings don't have Adrenal. Hey look, it's Battle Cruisers. The success of battle cruisers has been pretty hit or miss. Oh my gosh, these drones are running through a meat grinder on the way back to what is supposed to be safety. Boxer maneuvering all over the place here. Soma is bleeding from about 6 places at once here. Scourge taking down a science vessel. Probably could have got 2 there, but excellent control there by Light. Nice dodging for sure. So there's a bit of a, you know, I don't want to say it's a battlecruiser curse on the channel, but the number of times I've seen a Terran player win a TVZ when employing battlecruisers in conjunction with their SK Terran stuff is not super high. It has been done recently, okay, so it's not impossible, but also, man, 3 at a time is something you don't see very much. Usually it's just the 2 do this drop. And the Snipe of the Nidus Canal. And by that I mean a little bit late on the Snipe of the Nidus Canal, but it's only 1 Ultralisk who survived from that entire endeavor. He's, you know, he's tanking damage. Do these Lings really not have Adrenal? Holy crap, they don't. How? Wait, it's hard to tell when they don't get a consistent rhythm going on that attack. Oh, that was sick. Where is your burrow now? Oh, dude, Soma. Okay, so Soma's just getting absolutely picked apart. Look who's dropping 2. Okay, well, third base tried to mess with it. Soma didn't go very well. The drop in the main base is kind of awesome. Yeah, okay, these are Adrenalings. Giving them a consistent attack. Anyway, it's 158 to 114 supply, 64 to 46 workers. I just, like, the 4 bases exist from Soma. This drop in the main base of Light is surprisingly not being dealt with all that well. The Academy is going to die, which is weird. The Radiate's coming in to deal with this stuff. Light gets supply blocked, which is huge. But guess who just dropped in the natural base of Soma? Yeah, that's right. These fire bats totally did. The stacked drones, though. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. 37 drones remaining here from Soma. Battle cruisers just kind of casually hanging out down here. Gonna fight against spores. You don't really want to do that as much. Lings, okay, Soma fighting back. He's here in the 4th base of Light. Ultras, Mutas, Lings going to town. Still 63 SCVs, but not a lot going on. More drops. What do I say about Zerg players who use drops? They're amazing. Anybody that uses drops has a better chance of winning a game of StarCraft. These battle cruisers are like Mutalisks, huh? Guess who's back? The Lings are back. They're popping away. They've got +1 attack. That almost kind of rhymed. Ultralisk irradiated. Needs to be segregated from the guys. That's good. The Zerglings are segregated now, not taking that damage. This is incredibly scrappy. Crazy stuff all over the place right now. Might very well get an epic tag. It is still 167 to 103 supply in favor of Light. The Zerg infestation inside Light's base gets cleaned up. He's still got his 4 bases. The Zerg player's still on 4 bases, getting a 5th base, however, down here just outside of the main. So that might, my gosh, if he's going to fight back, that's got to be it. He's really got Light trapped with most of his army inside the main base. He's supply blocked, which makes it pretty tough to win a game of StarCraft when that's the case. And yeah, man, just Lings and Ultras, yo. Dude, I think you can kill this base. I really do. But I guess maybe trying to force a liftoff here. Dude, battle cruisers are so good at dealing with Lings. They basically one-shot those little guys. 25 damage per hit is like, ow. That Ultra... It's big swings against the Ultras too, so their armor doesn't matter as much. That's why we see the battle cruisers. They're not always insanely effective though, because you know they get plagued, they get scourged, they're fighting against stuff that's inside Dark Swarm, which is a waste of time. But I don't know. Today these battle cruisers have been getting a lot of work done. Sure, one of them has died, maybe even 2 of them have died so far. This has been a very chaotic match. Oh, Light has this base too, by the way. So Light has 5 bases, which seems really problematic. Oh, gosh. All right. So Soma needs a win. Soma needs a win. I don't know if that's wiping out a base of lights. That would be a big win. Dude, just get up the ramp. There you go. There you go. Dark Swarm Ultra versus Bunker. Never a good thing to see if you're a Terran player. Don't go outside the Dark Swarm. Stay inside the Dark Swarm. You got this. 2 attack. Got the chitinous plating. Staying inside the Dark Swarm. Lings trying to roll on in here. Ultralisk going to lead the party, and then the Lings are going to roll on in here. SCV's dying. Oh, another Ling attack here. Dude, is Soma actually kind of scrapping his way to a win? Dude, those fire bats, though. These fire bats are putting in some absolute work today. No, says the Ultralisk. You don't get to land up here. Oh, maybe you do. Ultralisk dies. Okay, 5th base is done from Soma. Nothing mining there. 6th base on the way from Soma. Big deal. He's still down 170 to 97 supply, but this Ling stuff that is so fast and so hard to account for as a Terran player. Super incredibly annoying. So they snipe a medic. Don't over-engage up here. Very smart stuff. Bunker's at the 3rd. The problem is that Light hasn't lost a base yet. If you're a Soma fan, that's a problem. Look at these battle cruisers, man. We're not giving them upgrades. We're just kind of, you know, they're not fast. I don't see any plagues getting tossed down on them either, which seems like bad news. Dude, fire bats and bunkers. So good against these Lings. Like, insanely good against these Lings. Army coming back. This Ultralisk trying to hold the line. Doesn't hold it very well. A radiated Ultralisk inside that mineral line would be pretty sick against those SCVs too, though. This is a bloodbath. I cannot express to you how much of a bloodbath this game has been. It's still a 60 supply advantage for our guy Light. That Ultralisk died after getting maybe a couple SCV kills, well, because he was irradiated and took a ton of damage, no less. Okay, 60 to 54 workers, though, bodes pretty well for Soma. He's actually saturating his 5th. His 6th base is working a little bit. Scourge, okay, that was really solid Scourge hits. And bam, battle cruiser down. Woof. So yeah, just having to make a ton. Oh my gosh, the battle cruisers are still being pumped 3 at a time. They just keep showing up. They are just forcing nice plague on those science vessels. They're boxer maneuvering themselves, trying to save the day here, and they do. But Soma, I don't know. He's got to be feeling pretty good here, right? Boy, hit that like button if you're enjoying this game. 1 Mutalisk on the way to deal with the plagued science vessels. Will they get repaired is the question. Yeah, I'm just not sure making a Spore is going to help against 3 battle cruisers. See, this is 2 BCs stacked. They kind of look like they're blurry. Like, you ever unfocus your eyes, see what's blurry? Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Soma is not letting Light rest here today at all. Neither player is really, but I think Soma's done a better job over the last 10 minutes or so being incredibly aggressive. Maybe wiping out this 5th base and maybe getting the 3rd base too. It's just there's fire bats in these bunkers. I'm saying that and I'm realizing I might be lying to you. He's trying to boxer maneuver his way through the Dark Swarm. To kill these Lings. It's kind of working. Yeah, it's definitely kind of working. Dude, is Soma gonna scrap and claw his way back into this game? I don't know. It's 157 to 7 total supply. That's it. Soma taps out. There was a huge drop at his 3rd base. Firebats got into his 4th base too. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, that was Soma trying to wipe out bases of Light and not succeeding, while Light was successfully succeeding wiping out bases of Soma. And yeah, if you're killing your opponent's bases, and oh my gosh, he's trying to expand here too, and you're not able to, well, you're killing your opponent's bases and keeping your own bases alive under threat of attack, then you're having a good time. Yeah, we're just going to watch this end here again. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is such a good attack right now. And then I was over here. I saw the Plague Science Vessels, and they're irradiated because they're trying to deal with the Lings here. A lot of SCV. Okay, so this is a win. But then this happens while I'm all focusing on this stuff. That Mutalisk comes through. Oh, man. Is looking for those science vessels and gets wiped out by a battle cruiser. And then this base all sorts of dies. And then these fire bats come cruising down this way while I'm paying attention to this base maybe dying. So this base dies, and then the fire bats get in. Yeah, that's how fast this can flip, y'all. Oh, and there's a battle cruiser just wandering into his main base, too. I mean, that was chaos. This whole game was chaos. But Light able to get his third base up, whereas Soma's third base was delayed for like 3 minutes. It's tough to come back from that. His fourth base was delayed compared to the fourth base of Light's as well, and this is a game of economy, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a worse economy than your opponent, you're just not going to beat him, are you? Not gonna happen. So just beautiful use of fire bats. The battle cruisers get another win in a TVZ, which is fantastic. Awesome stuff here from Light. And great play from Soma. I think a lesser Zerg player in this position behind economically against somebody as good as Light is probably loses around the 10, 12-minute mark rather than the 24-minute mark. Yeah, I mean, these battle cruisers, they're just a pain. It forces the Zerg player to make Scourge, and the Scourge are getting one shot by battle cruisers before they close in. So you're wasting Scourge that way, and that's gas that he'd rather put towards Ultralisks and Defilers that he has to use on those instead. Amazing. Like, just, golly, Light played so well. Soma played killer too, but the drops in the main base were annoying. It did supply block Light a little bit, but couldn't get into the production here all that much. And this is really the only base kill he got today, this one. He killed this base. He killed a bunch of bunkers at this base, but didn't kill this base, and he never killed this base either somehow, despite the fact that a lot of SCVs died there, and that command center is on fire. Light. Just a beast. Just a killer beast. Well done. Like, truly fantastic display from Light there. Wow. That was so good. 351 APM for Soma, 260 APM for Light. That was incredible. So Light out macroed here, or Soma out macroed, but Light 2-to-1 ratio here, maybe a little bit less. And resources here, man, Light outspent Soma again, this time by about 2,500 minerals or resources in 24 minutes. If you get outspent by a Protoss or a Terran player as a Zerg player, that is pretty much an automatic loss. Holy incredible. Incredible stuff. I mean, that's what I like to see. That's what Terrans like to see, is just being everywhere with drops, fire bats, marines, medics, science vessels. Everything's getting irradiated. The timing to delay that third base by Soma. The sneaky marine that denied it the second time and forced a third drone to come over. That was crazy good. That was crazy good, man. All right. Well, that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.